This thing obviously had a very checkered history, had no paperwork with it, was probably the most neglected F40 in the world.
Beneath dust and silence lie million-dollar machines once worshipped by billionaires, now abandoned like yesterday's headlines.
These cars had been sitting for quite some time. The pictures of them were dusty, the kind of thing that just gets me really, really excited.
Ferraris, Bugattis, even legends, forgotten. Some vanished in scandal, others in grief. Today we're counting down 15 of the most astonishing luxury cars ever abandoned. And trust us, by the time we reach number 1, you'll wonder how anyone could ever walk away from a fortune on wheels. Number 15, Bugatti Veyron. In an underground Moscow parking garage, tucked between sedans and shadows, sat a forgotten titan, the Bugatti Veyron. Worth over $2 million, it had never been driven. Its intended owner arrested before delivery. For 3 years, it collected dust and mystery. But what truly sets this Veyron apart isn't just its 1,001 horsepower, or W16 engine, it's the tires. Each custom-built Michelin set costs $30,000, and must be fitted in France using specialized equipment. The upkeep alone is as extreme as its speed. By 2019, the car vanished into private hands again. No dents, no fanfare, just a supercar that silently outlived its own legend. Number 14, Ferrari F40. Buried under sand and silence in an Iraqi garage, a Ferrari F40 sat untouched for decades. Once the crown jewel of Uday Hussein's collection, it was never even driven, its engine stilled by his death. Beneath the dust, however, hides Ferrari's last car approved by Enzo himself. But here's the stunner. Only 213 F40s were built for the United States market, making each survivor a near myth. Under its hood, a 2.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 with zero traction control. Raw, brutal, unapologetic. Even Mike Tyson had one. Yet this F40 baked away in a sweltering tomb, feared by mechanics and haunted by history. Number 13, Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing. In a dusty Florida garage, a legend waited. Behind creaking doors sat the 43rd Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing ever built. Forgotten, but nearly untouched. Its gullwing doors still lifted like wings from another era, but here's what makes this find spine-tingling. The 300 SL was the world's first production car with fuel injection, propelling it to a then unthinkable 161 miles per hour. A 1965 newspaper stuffed in its seatback proved it hadn't moved in over 50 years. Even unrestored, it's worth over $1.3 million. Not just a car, this was a technological leap preserved in time, still humming with the future it once promised. Number 12, Koenigsegg Trevita. In a Zurich parking garage, coated in fingerprints and neglect, sat a Koenigsegg Trevita, one of only 2 ever made. Its body shimmered faintly under grime, thanks to carbon fiber infused with real diamond dust. Yes, actual diamonds. The process was so complex, Koenigsegg canceled plans for a 3rd car. But the most surreal part? A $1,000 unpaid parking bill silently stacked up, while this $2.2 million hypercar sat idle. Once flaunted by Floyd Mayweather, now just another ghost in a quiet garage. For something so rare, so luminous, its silence felt almost sacred.
Number 11, Maybach 57S.
On the sunny streets of Cannes, France, a Maybach 57S sat baking in an open parking lot, abandoned for over 4 years. Once a $380,000 chariot for celebrities and CEOs, its chrome dulled, its tires deflated, and messages were scrawled across the dust. But beneath the decay hides something few know. Its air suspension system could individually adjust each wheel, delivering a magic carpet ride so smooth it rivaled Rolls-Royce. Designed for royalty, now slouched like a forgotten relic. Even Kanye West once rode in one. Now, this Maybach sank into the pavement, its presence fading, but its engineering still whispered. Number 10, Porsche Carrera GT. Behind locked glass in a defunct Chinese dealership, a Porsche Carrera GT sat frozen in time, dust-covered, lights off, untouched, but its silence hides savagery. At its core is a 5.7-liter V10, a racing engine originally developed for Le Mans, crammed into a street car. Even more staggering, its carbon ceramic clutch is so sensitive, it's considered one of the hardest supercars to drive. And yet, for those who master it, the reward is raw, mechanical bliss. Paul Walker owned one. Now this GT waits, dormant but dangerous, like a caged beast with unfinished business. Number 9. Audi R8 Spider. In a suburban driveway, an Audi R8 Spider sat forgotten for 5 years. Window cracked open, nature crawling in. Its once glorious V10, the same beating heart found in a Lamborghini Gallardo, now silent under nests and rust. But here's the kicker. This engine wasn't just shared, it was refined, tuned to be smoother, more balanced, giving the R8 a reputation as the daily driver supercar. Tony Stark drove one on screen. This one, abandoned during a home sale and buried by pandemic inertia, rescued by detailers, it smoked and sputtered, but it came back to life, because heroes don't always stay down. Number 8. BMW M1. Deep in southern Italy, under decades of dust, sat a BMW M1, barely driven, barely remembered, just 4,500 miles on the odometer. But here's the twist most don't know. The M1 was originally a BMW Lamborghini collaboration. Lamborghini was supposed to build it, but financial chaos forced BMW to take over entirely. The result? A rare fusion of German precision and Italian flair, wrapped in a Giugiaro-designed body. Only 453 M1s were ever made, and this one hadn't touched sunlight in 30 years. Rescued and restored, it vanished again, into private hands or legend. Proof that even supercars can slip through history's cracks. Number 7. Ferrari Enzo. In a Dubai police impound lot, half buried in sand, sat a Ferrari Enzo, one of only 400 ever made. Abandoned by its British owner in 2011, it gathered dust like a crime scene, and in a way, it was. The Enzo was built with Formula One technology, a carbon fiber monocoque, F1-style transmission, and carbon ceramic brakes. But the mind-blowing detail? Interpol got involved. The car was possibly bought with stolen money, or stolen entirely. Legal limbo froze it in time. Today, one in pristine shape can sell for over $3 million. This one, locked away like evidence, its engine silenced by scandal. Number 6. Ferrari 512BB. In a barn thick with hay, feathers, and silence, a Ferrari 512BB waited, untouched for 28 years. Once driven a few times by its owner before life got in the way, it was quietly buried beneath boxes and bird droppings. But under that mess lurked Ferrari's flat 12 Berlinetta boxer engine, directly descended from their Formula One program. Only 1,007 of the carbureted 512's BBs were ever made. This one, despite the decay, held on to its soul. When restored, the car didn't just shine. It roared back with 360 horsepower and the scent of 1970s speed, forgotten, but never ordinary. Number 5. Lamborghini Countach 5000S. In a dim Connecticut garage, under piles of junk and a collapsed roof, sat a Lamborghini Countach 5000S, its scissor doors shut tight, its engine cover missing. A car once too fast for posters, now too fragile to move. But here's the jaw-dropper. Those iconic doors weren't just for show. They were engineered out of necessity, so drivers could exit in tight spaces, thanks to the Countach's massive width and non-existent rear visibility. This one still had its original key in the ignition. After restoration, its blood-red paint resurfaced, defiant. Once worth $2.5 million, it had become a slumbering icon reborn. Number 4. Lamborghini Espada 512. In a damp English barn surrounded by hay and owl droppings, a Lamborghini Espada 512 rested in eerie silence. But this wasn't just any Espada. It was one of only 130 right-hand drive versions made for the British market. Nicknamed the Rolls-Royce of Lamborghinis, it wasn't just powerful, with a V12 growl, but elegant, with wood paneling and plush interiors that rivaled luxury limos. The wild part? Those owl droppings saved it. Their scent kept rodents away, preserving wiring and upholstery that would have cost a fortune to restore. Hidden for decades, the Espada survived by accident, waiting for someone to remember it mattered. Number 3. Bugatti Type 57S Adelante. Hidden in a British garage for nearly 50 years, the Bugatti Type 57S Adelante sat like a sleeping relic, one of only 17 ever built. Discovered by the owner's nephew after his passing, it was covered in dust, but almost entirely intact. The jaw dropper? Its chassis sat 13 centimeters lower than the standard Type 57 and required a dry sump lubrication system, technology typically reserved for race cars. Back in 1937, it could top 120 miles per hour when most cars struggled with hills. At auction, it's valued north of $5 million. It wasn't just rare, it was revolutionary and almost lost to time. Number 2. Aston Martin DB5. Beneath a blanket of leaves in a Massachusetts backyard, an Aston Martin DB5 slowly sank into the forest floor. Abandoned since the 1970s, its chrome faded, its tires split. But here's the twist. This wasn't just a pretty face. The DB5 was the world's first production car to go from 0 to 100 miles per hour in under 30 seconds. And it introduced groundbreaking features like reclining seats and an electric window system that felt futuristic in its day. It later became James Bond's ride, but this one nearly rusted into obscurity. After restoration, it fetched over $500,000, saved just in time. Number 1. Ferrari 275 GTB and Shelby Cobra 427. Sealed inside a North Carolina garage for nearly 3 decades, two legends sat side by side, a Ferrari 275 GTB and a Shelby Cobra 427. The Ferrari, only 13,000 miles, powered by a 3.3-liter V12, once worshipped by icons like Steve McQueen. The Shelby, one of just 260 ever built for the street, so fast it was banned from some circuits for being too fast to qualify. But why were they abandoned? Their owner's trusted mechanic died in a motorcycle accident, and grief froze time. Nature crept in. Mice, dust, silence. Today, both are worth millions, and together they tell a story of speed, rarity, and loss. These weren't just cars. They were monuments to engineering, power, and wealth. But even the rarest treasures can be lost to time. Which one shocked you most? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe, because sometimes the past isn't buried, it's parked and waiting to be found.